Shout out to all my drunkies. What's good? Modelo on your top though. Hey yo, sip a gallon of Mickey's, straight to the gut. I got a problem. Beer belly, I'm fat as fuck. 12 in the afternoon, slurring my words drunk like I'm homeless. Chilling on the block. Drunk wisdom, calling it drunk talk. Beer goggles, not the ugliest style, no standards. Keeping it on zero, not a role model. Never be your hero. Sometimes I drink till I'm throwing up. Started at 12 when I was growing up. Now I'm grown, still making mistakes. What the fuck? Modelo can in my hand, I'm a wonderful man. If I'm sober, I'm grumpy as hell, always mad. Feeling emo, drink my feelings away fast. You live once, put your beers in the sky. Gonna be an alcoholic piece of shit till I die. Hey yo, mama said I ain't living right, but I'm a drunk piece of shit for life. Don't know what happened last night, cause I'm a drunk piece of shit for life. I'm stumbling high up in life, but I'm a drunk piece of shit for life. Mama said I ain't living right, cause I'm a drunk piece of shit for life.
All day, every day, sip Modelo. Look at me through beer goggles, I'm a swole fellow. If it's brown, flush it down, yellow, red, and mellow. If you fucking with us, you might hit the swallow, but just pick it up. We piling in the truck and sipping every single brew. We don't give a fuck. Live fast, die drunk, fuck your mama. All we do is spit in your face just like a llama. So close your eyes, open wide, and taste saliva. And next time your thoughts dive a little higher. Always on the street like I'm homeless. Puking in the Wingstop, wings are boneless. Please don't call the cops, yes I'm hopeless. And I got a pimp limp, but I'm hopeless.
Hey yo, mama said I ain't living right, but I'm a drunk piece of shit for life. Don't know what happened last night, cause I'm a drunk piece of shit for life. I'm stumbling high up in life, but I'm a drunk piece of shit for life. Mama said I ain't living right, cause I'm a drunk piece of shit for life.
You are now tuned in to the precious, the dopest, the one and only www.diggindelly.com. This is the way radio broadcasting live right here from Hotbox Studios, Northeast Los Angeles. And yes, myself, I am a drunk piece of shit for life. Live in studio, we do have special guest Moody 909. What up, homeboy?
Yo, what's good? Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
No doubt. Thank you for coming through. First track we heard right there, bro. Talk about it.
That was called Beer Goggles. That one was featuring my brother MC Wicks out of Fresno, California.
Big up MC Wicks.
Yeah, my boy Wicks killing it crazy. On this compilation actually that I gifted you, that track is on there. Yeah.
Nice.
And my recent project that I just dropped a couple months ago.
Yeah.
I have a different track on there called Plant the Seeds, also featuring Wicks.
Nice.
Shouts out Wicks.
Nice. For those that don't know, man, and those that need to know, who is Moody? Who is Moody 909? Who is Moody?
Moody is honestly just this punk rock kid that found hip hop at like 22 years old and started rapping because he didn't have a punk band to be in anymore. And I've been doing it now since 2015.
Punk band?
7 years. Yeah, hardcore punk band.
Oh,
right?
shit, that's dope. Talk about that. What made you get into the punk scene?
That was my earliest exposure. You know, when you're younger, well, I don't know if you have siblings.
Yeah, I have siblings.
Yeah, I have older siblings, so, you know, when I was growing up, they were bumping a lot of, like, DJ Quick and a lot of West Coast shit, you know, during those years. I think G Unit was, like, huge.
Yeah.
And that was just basically me being into music that, like, I didn't necessarily choose to be into. That's just stuff that my older siblings
it was
would
just
listen
music,
to.
It was music that was playing around you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And by the time I was in 5th grade, I got introduced to punk, this band called the Misfits.
Nice.
by a peer, by a friend, and I was like, I didn't feel forced necessarily to listen to it. It was the first kind of music that I was like, oh, I actually like this shit.
Yeah.
And I remember like taking it home, and like my brothers that were bumping all the hip hop shit, they're like, what the fuck are you listening to? You're into that white boy shit.
But it's still
That's what they called it. But it literally influenced the shit out of me, and it's actually really similar to hip hop.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Genres.
Yeah, it is. And then
not necessarily sonically, but like, you know what I mean, in like a lot of other different ways.
I would definitely say within stage presence, how you present yourself. You know, even though you're in a band, but you got to carry that stigma when you're in a punk band. You know,
Word.
It definitely does have some correlations with hip hop, being in hip hop as an artist as well. Let me ask you this, man. Now, so you were rocking shows at how old when you started your punk band?
The first time I ever performed when I was in a punk band, I was like 16.
Word up. Did you play any instruments?
Nah, I just did vocals, but that's where I learned the how to write lyrics.
Really?
Yeah, I was always the vocalist. I never had the patience to learn any instrument.
Interesting.
So I just always picked up the pen and wrote lyrics.
Yeah.
And I was always really good at it. I started writing lyrics even before I was in a band.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I just would never like say them out loud.
Yeah.
I'll just write them.
What was the name of your punk band?
I had a couple. There was one like when I was like 15, 16. The first one I was ever in was called KKCK, and it was only because like if you say those letters in Spanish, it's caca seca, which we thought was like funny as fuck. You know,
that is pretty
like,
fucking funny, dog. That is fucking funny.
When I was 15, I thought that was insane. Like,
yeah,
and like we thought it was like funny, and then I was also in another band. Damn, this shit was like, it was always like abbreviations. Now I'm starting to like not even remember the fucking meanings, but it was always like, you know what I mean, letters.
Yeah.
The majority of the time, but that shit, it was fun. That shit literally gave me the stage presence I have now. That's
Nice.
why I always get complimented. People tell me that my energy is like higher than normal.
Yeah.
For the style of like music that I do, and it's, you know, I always have to explain it's because of that. It's because I had like exposure before.
That's
You know
what's
what I
up,
mean?
dog. That's dope. In the punk band, when you're in the punk scene, man, was it easy to go from band to band? I mean, was it just, oh, you know what, band broke up, you got to get into another one?
I didn't want to stop making music because I made music, you know, for my own well-being and mental health and shit. So
Yeah.
like, I didn't want to stop making music, but the transition actually was easier than I would have ever expected. If I'm gonna be honest, when I was in a punk band, I would mainly, because you know, there'd be the drummer, there'd be the bassist, there'd be the guitarist. Sometimes there'd be multiple guitars, and then there'd be me. But I would always pay attention either to the bass player or the drummer, because those were the easiest instruments for me to catch on to the beat.
Yeah.
With, you know, the rhythm. So once I started rapping, ironically enough, I started making boom bap, and that shit is like drum heavy.
Yeah.
So it was easy. It was just like, oh, I'm just gonna follow the drums like I used to, and that's exactly what I did. It was a really easy transition from like being a vocalist in a punk band to just rapping. It's kind of weird.
What do you
to say
prefer?
that.
What do you prefer doing most? Would you rather go back to being in a punk band, or do you like where you're?
I feel like it's been so long, I kind of don't necessarily remember what it feels like to perform like that.
Yeah.
Because now I'm rapping, and it's way different to rap. I will say that, like, to at least to perform.
Yeah.
Before, it would just be me yelling
Yeah.
at the top of my lungs, and they would rhyme. Before, like, when I would yell, I would still rhyme, but it was never in any particular like cadence or anything. It would just be me yelling as loud as I possibly could. And now with rap, there's a lot of different like trinkets, if you will, like to it. There's like breath control, there's fucking the cadence, there's the flow, like there's a lot of different things that I do now. So I feel like it'd probably be a little weird for me to try to like sing along to a band now. It's probably, I mean, I would be able to do it, you know, because I've done it before, but like it'd probably be like really weird to go back. You know what I mean? But I'm going to actually. I've been like trying to get like a band together.
Nice.
Yeah.
You gonna do like a hip hop band, or you gonna do a hip hop / punk band?
Probably hip hop / punk band. Yeah, it would
That'd
be
be
like
dope.
you know, like show up and like while the band is even like setting up, I'll start rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And by the time they're like done setting up, I'll just start going ape shit. You know?
Nice. Let me ask you this, man. When you started emceeing and you made the transition from doing punk into hip hop, what were like some of the influences that influenced you as far as your cadence, as far as what you wanted to do musically in the hip hop game?
My biggest influence that I would name is the two that I would name, Big L and MF Doom.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Big L is like in particular like my favorite flow and like aggressiveness in rap, but MF Doom just because that's where I felt like I get kind of like the style, like the real different kind of style from Doom. And ironically enough, like I heard Doom, I discovered Doom by mistake.
Really?
Yeah, I was in ninth grade, and I was like, I was in ninth grade. I went to high school with this chick, and I remember this was like not MySpace. This must have been whatever was after MySpace. Like
Facebook, yeah.
This was Facebook days. And she was telling me, oh, I'm listening to Doom. And I was like, oh, Doom, I love that band, you know?
Yeah.
And she laughed. She was like, band? She was like, the fuck? She was like, it's not a band. And Doom is, in fact, the band. It's a UK band. There's a band named Doom. And that's what I thought she was talking about. And she was like, no, MF. And I was like, what the fuck is MF? And she showed me Rap Snitches. Yeah. And that was the first time I ever heard MF Doom in ninth grade. And I thought it was
How was that
a punk
experience
band.
for you?
It was crazy. It was crazy.
What went through your mind? Because that Rap Snitches is a fucking that's really, he says a lot on that fucking track.
Yeah, I had never heard anything like it.
Yeah.
Like, it was weird. I would say, oddly enough, hearing it didn't feel like I was listening to a rapper. It didn't feel like I was listening to hip hop. It felt like I was listening to something I had never heard before.
Yeah.
It didn't even sound like hip hop to me. Even though it was rapping that was going on, I was just like, what the fuck is this? I've never heard anybody rap, especially the fucking instrument. The instrumental on that shit is crazy. But
do you see yourself with your music like replicating anything or a certain sound, or what are you trying to do with your music?
Like, I'm trying to like crash as many parties as possible.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to get Pacíficos and Modelos. But like, in all seriousness, I don't know. I like to keep a realistic goal, like just live off of music. Like, even if it's not necessarily me being the artist, like if I could figure out a way to like have my own like fucking record store or recording studio or venue or something just having to do with music.
Yeah. Because
I know whatever it is that I ultimately like do, at the end of the day, I want it to revolve around music, even if I'm not the artist.
Word.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel that.
So that's the realistic goal. Like, even if it's not Moody that makes it, whoever the fuck makes it, or in whatever even making it is, you know what I mean? That's really open to like personal fucking individuals and what they think. But that's really my goal, is to just be able to live off of making music.
Word.
Not even this crazy unrealistic lifestyle either. Just like real quiet, like fucking, you know?
What is it? Sometimes music brings out that peace in somebody.
Yeah, even though my music is like more like loud and in your face, like ultimately I want it like to comfort you.
Yeah. In your way though.
Mm-hmm.
As I take a drink of this Pacifico. That's what's up. Let me ask you this: has it always been Moody? Have you always gone by Moody?
Nah. Big and Daily, and I see that Dogma one on
Yeah,
Damn,
he was in here
shout out
last week.
Dogma. Shout
He
out
was in here.
Dogma.
He was in here last week.
Shout out the boy. It wasn't always Moody. So before Moody, it was Agua.
Really?
Agua. I used to rap as Agua, and I thought I was like the coolest motherfucker ever.
How did you come up with the name Agua? What was it? Was it just because
It
their
was
flow?
something corny, yeah.
It's
Something like
it's
flow.
It's like Agua. It
and
just
like-
flows. I just flow.
I think I heard like that Bruce Lee quote or some shit, and I was like, yeah, Agua.
What is it? Water. You put water in glass. It conforms to
Yeah,
glass.
be like water.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
How long were you
just
rocking that name for?
Damn, honestly, like less than a year, I'd say. Maybe like in between 6 to 12 months, but less than a year. We'll
Yeah.
say somewhere like fucking.
Did
Nine,
Agua have an album?
Not like ever like released or like uploaded.
No,
Mm-mm.
just tracks.
Yeah, like they ended up like staying in the vault because I was in a group back then.
Oh, word. All right.
Yeah,
Talk about that.
When I first started rapping, I was in a group. We were called Apex Division, and
Nice.
it was like a salad of members. It was like random. Like some dudes have been rapping like 15 years in it. Like I had barely started rapping.
Yeah.
Some other dude, have been rapping like 8 years. One of my boys that was in that group still raps now. His name is Jay Solstice.
Oh, word up.
He raps in this group called Zen Soul. They're out of like Pomona. They're fucking dope. And shouts out to Zen Soul. But yeah, I was doing that group shit for a while and then hit a ceiling and fucking literally went solo. Got the Moody name. Was no longer on the Agua tip. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
I
how'd you come
I
up
feel
with
like I strayed away. I didn't. Did I not answer? What you had a question?
I was just asking how, if you had any albums under Agua.
Oh
You said
yeah,
nothing.
nothing like, nothing uploaded. Like by the time I was Moody is when all the music started like getting uploaded to like the SoundClouds and the Bandcamps and all that shit.
So how did you come up with the name Moody, or why Moody?
I found that when it was like a good day in the studio when I was still in that group.
Uh-huh.
We would go on YouTube,
Yeah.
and fucking rip like beats off of YouTube to like record over, like to rap over.
Yeah.
And that we found this beat called, well, I didn't even find it. It was one of the other dudes in the group found this beat, and it was called Moody Boom Bap. And like, I was like, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
Like, I asked him the name of the beat because I wanted to like rehearse my verse at home.
Yeah.
So I wanted to find the beat again on YouTube. And when I was like, Moody Boom Bap, I was like, that sounds like some alias. Like, it'd be like some fucking hip hop group from the 90s with like 15 members, and one of them is called Moody Boom Bap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
the homie agreed. He's like, that does sound like somebody, like it'd be a person's name. And I was like, I think that should be my name. And he was just like, yo, it should be your name. And I just literally, that moment, like I just let go of Agua like nothing.
Word up.
R.I.P. Agua.
R.I.P. What was your name when you were in the punk band?
I didn't have like a nickname. I wasn't even cool enough, because in the punk scene, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
You'll have nicknames, like some guy will be named like Puke or some shit.
Yeah.
Some
yeah.
other guy will be named like Skid Mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like random.
Some crazy ass shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, but I wasn't cool enough to have a nickname
Damn.
in the punk scene. But like, I felt like I was just always Moody. I might have been born Moody and I didn't know it.
Yeah. That name was destined for you to have it.
Yeah, no. And I, on a side note, I want to thank you guys for your hospitality.
Oh, no doubt, brother.
Digging daily,
No doubt, brother. No doubt.
giving joints and oh my god, I know I can't take this home. I'm gonna leave.
No,
this
you cannot.
somewhere.
That has to stay there. We put the sticker on that lighter so we know if ever we catch someone stealing it and we catch them in the streets, we're getting it back.
It wouldn't even be me baking you, because it's not a bick. It would be me Scottying you.
Yeah, you can't take Scotty, homie. Scotty's right. Scotty has to kick it in the studio and light a fire for everybody that comes through.
Also, shouts out to the YouTube world.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the YouTube world.
Well, let me ask you this, because you've been, so how old are you now? You said you started emceeing, or you broke into the hip hop scene at 22. How old are you now?
I'm 29.
29.
Yeah, born the year of the rooster, 1993.
1993. So you're even now with your influence, because it's been about 5 years. You came into the new era of hip hop. How do you feel about, because you're doing boom bap? How do you feel coming out as a boom bap artist in the era right now where it's mostly trap and? I mean, I guess it's just mostly trapping music.
Yeah, I feel like we're in a really odd space right now because of what the beautiful things that Griselda are doing.
Yeah.
So it's like, Griselda isn't making boom bap cool. I feel like they're making lo-fi cool.
Yeah.
Which lo-fi had already gotten that push years ago. You know, with like the whole like, I remember when I was like going to Chaffee College, community college.
Yeah.
Like people would like bump like fucking Dilla and all kinds of shit. Like they would study to those beats.
Yeah.
Those instrumentals and a lot of that like, and I mean, Dilla isn't necessarily I wouldn't like box him in as a lo-fi producer either. He does a lot.
Yeah.
He does, you know, he has a range, but I would just say he's definitely in that world.
Yeah,
you know,
plays around it. There's some tracks in it.
Yeah, one of the early. Yeah, I would say he plays a major influence in it.
Yeah,
but like, I just feel like we're in a weird place because a lot of the people who say they do boom bap or lo-fi, a lot of times it doesn't even seem like it's genuine. Just like a lot of times when you see people do the trap stuff,
yeah,
it doesn't necessarily seem genuine. It seems like they're just trying to throw shit at a wall and see what sticks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that always feels awkward. That always feels weird. So I felt like, yeah, the current state that we're at right now, it's weird. I mean, like, there's a lot of good boom bap style shit, and there's a lot of good trap shit. I like trap shit too. Like, hearing, I wouldn't make it, you know?
Yeah.
I don't create that myself. I mean, I have before. Here and there, I dabble, but not really. That's not really my lane.
Yeah.
I don't get comfortable doing that.
Word up, word
up.
You
know what I mean?
At least you're being honest about it. Appreciate that.
Yeah, word.
Like, a lot of cats will be like, "Oh, I could do trap, I could do this," but you said something that I want to hit on. It's like when you do it, it has to be genuine, and there isn't a lot of genuine artists that try to dabble in different worlds of the music culture that it doesn't come off like it's really, really like legit.
Yeah, word. Like, because even like. It's weird, right? Because if we, with what we're talking about, with something like boom bap, it's hard to say that somebody is not genuine when making boom bap, right? Because like, why would they make boom bap if they didn't like it? Like, it's not like they're gonna blow up. Like, that's like somebody making punk music and going, "Oh, I'm gonna make money doing this."
Yeah.
It's like, that's a wild idea. Like, you could have picked a way different genre.
Yeah.
You know, that's something more easily like consumed by the masses. Boom bap is not something that would be easily consumed by the masses in 2022.
I think everything has its niche following, but it just seems that some followings are bigger than others, and it just feels because the trap scene is where it's at, and everyone's doing it from the East Coast, West Coast. I mean, of course, the down south, but then you have cats, Midwest that. I don't want to say they're mimicking the sound, but it's like they're just kind of gravitating towards that.
Word.
So I mean, side talk. Let's talk more about you. Oh, yeah, it'll hit the lungs.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you this, Moody. How many albums do you actually have under the belt right now?
You know what? I'm gonna be a cheat. I'm gonna be a little cop out, and I'm gonna say no albums.
Really?
Because you know how people, they say like an album, and they say, nah, this is a EP, and this is a LP, and this is a project, and this was
my mixtape,
and there's a million different labels, right, for it. I guess now that I'm older, I understand what that means, because I used to always just think, what the fuck, it's all just kind of the same thing, right, under different. But like now it's like, okay, an album, it's like you have to work for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's people who have in bedroom studios that literally record songs every day. Like, if you record 1 million songs like a day, Like, and I'm not like speaking down on that work ethic, but it's like to create something that's gonna go on an album is different.
Yeah.
It's not just like all 50 songs that you recorded in like a day. Like they don't all belong on an album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you have to put a little bit more care and attention, and so an album, I maybe have like one or two, maybe. And even then, like the reason why I wouldn't consider them that is because none of my stuff is very like long.
Yeah.
You know, like most of my shit, like, well, my songs average out like I usually like tap out at like about the 2.5 minute range. If it goes much longer than that, it's kind of like it feels awkward to me. Like I like the song's got to be under 3 minutes for sure.
Really?
Yeah, like if I have a song that's over 3 minutes, it for sure has a feature on it as another person. When it's just me, I never go over 3 minutes. It's rare.
Why is that? Why is that?
Well, for my own personal liking in music, but it also has a lot to do with, well, what am I, like Gen X, or what the fuck am I?
Gen Z box?
Gen Z, right?
Yeah, you're Gen Z.
It's just the attention span.
Yeah.
We don't have the attention span to listen to like a 5-minute track. And I come from that world too, because it's like I used to just bump old school shit. Like I like to bump like, you know, Andre Nicotina and shit.
Yeah.
But you bump Andre Nicotina album, you're bumping hit like he was telling fucking stories.
Yeah.
In his songs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he'd have Andre Nicotina could easily have a 5-6 minute song where he's just rapping, telling a story.
Yeah.
I can't do that. That's a different fucking like talent, you know?
Really? You trying to get there talently? Or you feel your style is just that's me and that's how I roll?
For now, like what I'm doing is more of like a vibe. I'd like to tell a story.
Yeah.
But when I feel like I have something worth telling, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we all basically have something worth telling, but I guess like maybe I'm not there yet, ready to create that.
Word up.
You know.
On the bright side, talk about that track.
On the bright side, that's shout out my boy A2 produced that. A27. He produced that entire project. Chill Yourself. That one came out in 2019. Yeah, I want to say 2019. And that one's fucking crazy. That song is fucking dope. Fuck Donald Trump.
There it is right here. You are tuned in to This Is The Way Radio. Moody 909 live in studio, taking a hit off that Diggin' Daily spliff. Track we're going to get into right here on the bright side. Broadcasting live from Hotbox Studios. You are tuned in to This Is The Way Radio.
Them days, it's just one of them days, said it's just one of them days, it's just one of them days, said it's just one of them days, it's just one of them days, said it's just one of them days, it's just one of them days, said it's just one of them. Wait, before you come in here tripping, you can't be committing, you fit in or you get written up. Like what the fuck? I'm on another wavelength. No class, can't get my ass over the chain link. But that's a fat boy's life. You show up late every day, your eyes red higher than a kite. You might listen for a little, listen for a lot. You might even solve the riddle, end up hating cops. It's alright though, cause they're people just like you and me. So cut the bullshit out like it was true and see, true indeed. If I speak the truth, it's fluency. Now step aside, young buck, as I influence the entire state of hip hop. I'm about to make this bitch pop. You thinking I'm done? Well, I think not. I'm feeling myself tonight. This shit don't happen often. You picking a fight, now pick a coffin. Cause although I want peace, I can't be afraid of the world. Fear ain't living, it's deceased. We live it up, cause we ought to have a ball. If not for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. On the bright side, I was born Hispanic. Respect, we don't ask. Mexicans, we demand it. On the bright side, I was born Hispanic. Respect, we don't ask. Mexicans, we demand it. On the bright side, I was born Hispanic. Respect, we don't ask. Mexicans, we demand it. On the bright side, I was born Hispanic. Respect, we don't ask. Mexicans, we demand it. Yeah, that's on the bright side. Lottie-dottie, we likes to party. We don't cause trouble, we don't bother nobody. We just like to kick back, smoke a little herb. At times I'm obscene, nothing that you never heard. Word, Lottie-dottie, we likes to party. We don't cause trouble, we don't bother nobody. We just like to kick back, smoke a little herb. At times I'm obscene, nothing that you never heard.
Yeah, you were tuned in to the freshest, the dopest, the one and only www.diggingdaily.com. Moody live in studio, dropping some fresh ass content right there.
Thank you, sir.
You said
Thank
that was off for the Chill Yourself.
Chill Yourself, yes, sir.
How many more tracks you got on that EP LP?
That one has a total of 9, I believe.
Word up.
Every single one of them produced by 827.
How was it working? Is this your first album you did working with one producer for all your tracks, or have you done that in other albums as well?
I had done it. Yeah, I had done it before. That's the reason why I was down to do it again. I had done it in the past with the first project I did called Cali Nights. That was in 2016. I did that one with the homie D-Lo. That one was also 9 tracks, incomplete. Okay. It was I think 8 of them produced by D-Lo, and then the last one, the outro, was like an MF Doom beat.
Oh, word up. Word up. And then how did you link up with your producers?
It's been I don't want to say luck because, it took work, but I guess some dumb luck. Because
well, if it wasn't for bad luck, you wouldn't have no luck at all.
True, that's facts. I just I either met producers at shows where I'll rap and a producer will come up and say, yo, I make beats, take my Instagram down.
Yeah.
Or it'll be people who don't even see me live and they just strictly through the internet.
Word up.
It's always been cause I didn't realize how expensive it actually is to be an artist. I wouldn't buy beats and I wouldn't pay for studio time. I was just lucky enough that like I said, I would meet, a producer that would be yo, I'm gonna send you a beat pack. And I'd get a bunch of beats and write all of them and literally get them recorded for free. And
that's so high.
Up until just a couple of years ago, I started having to pay for
yeah,
a bunch of shit, mix and master, fucking music videos, even fucking shows.
Yeah,
pay to play shows, you got ticket sales, stuff like that. But I feel like it's awesome to do a project with a single producer because it feels like you get a cohesive sound throughout it. But this last one that I released, the last project I released,
that would be the Moody 909 album?
Moody 909, yep. It was different producers.
Really?
It might have been 3 or 4 at least.
So when you're doing the Moody 909 album and you have 3 different producers, I mean, for that album, are you trying to set a tone? Can you achieve that tone with 3 different producers?
Yeah. I believe that if you are an artist who is developed enough, you can achieve a certain vibe with the most different producers, the most different beats. You could literally make them your own with your voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I actually think I've never thought about this, but it'd be interesting to strip down, say an album after you've done it, then people have done it before where they'll release the instrumentals, with their albums. But it's I'd be interested to hear actually I do hear a lot of it. When I perform, I'll hear the instrumentals. But to hear the album in the order that I ended up doing the track list in just the instrumentals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without my voice.
You never done that before?
No. Not in that order. You know what I mean? And not listen to it after the fact.
So when you put your albums together, you do the whole project, finished track, and then kind of place it in the order that you wanted it.
Yeah, I usually have the recordings done.
Okay.
Like, I have never. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't know if I've ever crafted an album because it takes a lot of work. A lot of like thinking goes into an album. Like, people will literally have, you know, the song names and the concepts and the orders of the songs done before the song's even recorded. Like, I've never done that. That's next level.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying I'd probably release, you know, like a bunch of projects.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? EPs and shit like that. But an album, that's like, that's on the list.
That's on the list. Write it down, Moody. Write it down right now. Let me ask you this, man, because you're coming in a different era of hip hop, and you said something like, you know, you're in the internet age where you can link up with cats on the internet and you can do all that. How important is your internet hustle for you as a developing artist?
It's basically, I would say this day and age, it's everything, because I'm not like a street team dude.
Yeah.
Like, early on, I was like, you know, put on by Foos, like RIP, my boy Rec 1 from the Unity Project.
Rest in peace,
Rec. He put me on to literally like my earliest hip hop performances at Characters in Pomona. And like, that dude was like a street team kind of dude. You know, like he was on the Psycho Realm street team.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
And he, like, his shit was like different. Like, he like learned the internet and social media and push shit on there. But he was very like in your face and like to like meet people and like, you know, promo like with like fucking handoff flyers. Like, my boy Beardo does that too.
Yeah.
He'll print out his flyers. You know, most people would just like make their flyer and send it to the artist in the little group chat, and it's just on the internet. They never print out the flyer.
Yeah.
But like, certain people will still print out the flyers. They'll have some of the artists get them, like, yo, give these out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a different kind of thing, and I feel like I don't do that. So since I don't do that, if I don't do the internet thing, then my hustle is like non-existent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So realistically, since I'm not doing that, the internet thing it's all the hustle. It's everything. It's promoting the shows, it's promoting the projects, the merch, whatever.
And then you have your own merch too, right?
Yeah.
What do you got? What exactly do you
I got,
have?
you know, the little compilation. I got a little signed copy here for you.
Oh yeah.
It's you know, this one here is not an album. It's probably tracks from, you know, maybe like 3-4 different projects.
Word up.
And
that's
you know, I just compiled them.
Debo compilation album.
Yep, I called it Debo. Yep.
Why is that?
Because I fucking, you know, love Debo.
Word up.
And it, you know, it's just like, I had this artwork made when he passed away, and I wanted, because I have a song called Debo. It's also on this compilation, and the reason why the song's called Debo is because, like, it was kind of like I was playing off of like him like stealing your bike.
Yeah.
But I was talking about this chick, you know, like stealing my heart.
Word up.
And she deboed my shit. She deboed me.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's basically, and that's where like, and I've always really liked, because I have a song called Baby D as well. I've always really been into the Friday franchise.
Word up.
I'm really into, you know, and like, just paying respects, paying tribute is just always, it's always dope. Your influences, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I was a little kid, I used to fucking play all the, at least for sure, the first one on VHS, the first Friday.
Hell yeah.
All day. Little ass fucking mocoso.
You got actually a couple of upcoming shows, right?
Yes, I do. I have, I'm doing, so October 23rd, which is this Sunday. Today's Friday night, so we're 2 days away, technically.
Yeah.
We're like a day and a half away, if we really think about it.
Yeah, depending on what time you go on.
Yeah. 7 p.m.
There it is.
Go on to 7 p.m. The show is called Hip Hop's Most Haunted. Being thrown by the homie MC Bundy. There's who's performing Organized Crime. Moody. Fucking now I'm gonna like throw a crazy blank. Ganesha. A bunch of fools.
There's a bunch of people on there. I've seen the actual flyer.
The flyer?
Around. Yeah, I've seen the flyer floating around.
Yeah. Shout out MC Bundy. He's hosting that. And then the Friday after that, which is next Friday, a week from today,
the Friday
the
after
28th. Yep. the 28th, I'll be in East Los. It's called Monster Mash. The homies Divine Intervention. We're throwing that. It's a backyard show. It's gonna damn, that one's like me, Divine Intervention. I know like Survive and SR are gonna be DJing.
Nice.
It's gonna be like Polka, Mons Army. It's gonna be a fucking handful of artists as well. That one's gonna be dope.
Nice.
Yeah, in October.
That's October
spooky
28th.
vibes. You know what I mean? Don't be scared.
You said that's called Monster Mash?
Monster Mash.
Monster
Yep.
Mash, October 28th.
A week from today, October 28th in East Los. My Instagram is Moody909. You will find the flyers, all the info on there. Hit me up. Google me, Moody909. You know what I mean?
All your albums, where can you find all your albums and all your music?
Okay, so if you just want to listen to my music, it's streaming everywhere, whatever you use. Spotify, Apple Music, Moody909. You'll find it. If you want to like support me and own the music, Moody909.bandcamp.com. Name your price. That's it. Like you can just go on there, you can name your price. Beautifully enough, a lot of people don't even know this on Bandcamp. If it's a name your price, you could literally put 0 and it will let you free download.
Really?
I don't know if I'm just putting people on game, because I don't know why so many people don't know that. I've known this because I've been on Bandcamp for a long time.
I've never known that.
Yeah, like some artists will put the price that they want to charge, and some will put name your price.
Yeah.
And people assume, oh, you have to put something, but I tell them, no, put 0. And then it'll literally like unlock like this random little, like it'll literally unlock something and it'll say free download. And it's like, try it. I'm telling you, try it. If you ever see a name your price, try it on my shit. My shit says name your price. Whatever says name your price, try it on there and you're welcome.
Let's do this. Try it on Moody's. Download the album. And then go back on again and donate something because he gave you something for free anyway.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Support Moody.
Word, appreciate it. And Digging Daily.
Thank you very much.
Because we out here.
And then, shit, bro, you got anything else coming up in the near future that you want to let them know about? I know you did say you got Black Book and Rhyme Books, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Fucking, that's all day. Black Books and Rhyme Books. We were just up in Fresno not too long ago. Like nice. some weeks ago.
Nice.
And, damn, I think we're doing a Dia de los Muertos show November 2nd. That's going to be in downtown LA. You know, those are always cool because, I mean, this one I believe is going to be a Saturday. So it's a little different because Black Books are usually on Sundays. But the shit that I love mainly about that shit about Black Books is like, it's always like cool. And it almost feels like the music is secondary. Like people are there just for all kinds of different like elements. Like I'll see people there and they'll be like not there for the rapping at all. They'll be there strictly for the art.
Yeah.
They'll be there like, oh no, this painter's gonna be here. They're like, Moody who? Like we ain't here to see you. Like we're here like there's some food painting over here.
Yeah.
This is who we came to see. And I've always thought that was cool because that doesn't always happen at the events.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like the music is the only thing going on.
Yeah.
And at these, it's like people are on fucking spray painting on the walls everywhere. They're like doing lives. Like it's dope as fuck. That shit's sick. And then you'll see the fucking kids. People bring their kids out. That shit's dope. So come out to the next one. I believe it's November 2nd. Don't quote me though, in case I'm a little Pacificoed out. But it's early November for sure. We're weeks away.
Word up. And then real quick, brother, you got the Devo Comp, the Chill Yourself album, Cali Nights, The Moody 909 album, all available everywhere digitally. Just look up Moody 909. But if you want to support, moody909.bandcamp.com. Make sure you guys donate whatever you feel it's worth. Make sure you guys donate something. Help out Moody so you can buy another 24 pack.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Know he makes music for alcoholics, and I like that.
Hell yeah. Somebody's got to.
Right?
Somebody's got to.
And then make sure you guys find him on Instagram, Moody909. You have any other social links? Twitter?
Nah.
Are you on TikTok yet?
I mean, I was on there. It was hard to figure it out, so I didn't stay on there. It's a different fucking world, TikTok. Yeah. But I'm on Instagram for sure. I'm not on Facebook no more because my mom's on there. The moment that my mom and all her sisters and all that shit were on there, I was like, oh, this thing is dead now. They all on fucking Facebook. And El Face. It's not Facebook no more. It's El Face.
And then at every party they're Facebooking live.
For real, like I could not stay. For real. But honestly, it's you know what it is? I have two. I'll say it. I have two Instagrams. So it's because the first one's what is it? Shadow band. Damn, I'm looking at the wall, but the camera's right here. Sorry.
It's all good. You're still looking in the same general direction. It's all good.
Word. It's a fucking shadow band, but the original one is _Moody909, and then the backup one that I made that's not shadow band is Moody Sold Out. So that's MOODYSOLDOUT.
And why did Moody sell out?
Because you gotta get another 24 pack.
It's not Moody sold out because he sold out. It's because Moody sold out of beer.
Yeah,
he ran
exactly.
Out.
He ran out.
Oh man, thank you for coming through, Moody. I want to wish you nothing but success, man, and I hope your albums, people go download them and they actually fucking donate. Please donate. Keep the artists coming out with fresh content. Support them, like he just said. He's moving up in the hip hop game. He's paying for studio time now. He has some collective ideas that he wants to get out there. Let's support those collective ideas and make sure you guys please support dope artists, support dope music. Make sure you guys support Moody 909. Any shout outs before we close out, brother?
Yeah, man, just fucking, you know what I mean? Like we mentioned earlier, fucking R.I.P. my boy Rec 1. Fucking, you know what I mean? Shout out to Unity Project. Fucking the homies in Aloha. Fucking still doing it. He's fucking killing it.
Yeah, he'll be in November.
Yeah, right? Alright, cool, yeah. So y'all wait for that one. Fucking shout out my boy Beardo, you know, Black Books and Rhyme Books. Fucking OG Husky Radio. Fucking damn. Just everybody. Divine Intervention, the homies. Everybody just, you know what I mean? Everybody that's active in the fucking scene right now doing something that's fucking making noise.
Word up.
Keep it up. And actually I'm tripping. Digging daily.
Oh, what up, brother? Thank you.
Boom.
We ever gonna see you with the mohawk and the fucking spikes and shit?
Hey, you already, you know what I mean? I'm kind of like growing my shit out. I'm thinking not the mohawk yet, but like give me like a month and a half, 2 months. I'll probably get like a mullet going, or like a Joe Dirt kind of deal. You know what I mean? But like the mohawk for sure soon, dog.
Oh yeah.
Look out for it like in a music video. Hey, subscribe. Fucking Moody909.
Oh yeah,
YouTube. YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. If y'all want to fucking subscribe, we on there. We got some videos. We probably gonna add some more. You know, and but yeah, all the other shit streaming everywhere. All the music streaming everywhere.
Word up. Last track we're gonna get into right here. You don't gotta go. You don't gotta go, Moody. You don't gotta go. But we gotta close out this interview.
Hey.
But you don't gotta go. But introduce this track, close it out, and then we'll get into it, brother.
Yeah, you don't gotta go. Fucking once again, shout out my boy Beardo. He kind of made this track happen. Shout out Epic Saga. He produced this one, and Yeah, shouts out the fucking hyena that broke my heart, eh? You don't gotta go.
Yeah, said you don't gotta go, but you sure ain't staying here. Got me living in fear, like how the fuck did I get here? One minute we at a show, the next we up in the car, trying our best to get to know each other, but on many different levels. How the fuck was I supposed to know you were the devil, huh? Well, not really, but you had my mind in the days, vibing in plenty ways, and smoking plenty haze. That was for many days and many nights. Yeah, but it's aight, cause you don't gotta go. Nah, but you ain't staying here. Nope, nope, nope. For many days and many nights. Yeah, but it's aight, cause you don't gotta go. Nah, but you ain't staying here. Hell nah. Cause it'll never be the same. We'll be apart for long enough, you won't even remember my name. But this game is one that we all play, and catching feelings ain't cheap, so we all pay. The bill collector is officially coming and knocking. I wonder if she misses me, then rattle my noggin. Cause in my cranium she's taking up too much space. I changed the locks, I almost forgot this in my place. Yeah, it's my mind, it's my soul. It's not yours, bitch. I gave you access to it, that was my bad. You stomped on my heart instead of a light jab. What we had was nothing but a nightcap, but now my feelings waging war, it's time to fight back. I knew better, I should've slowed my roll. Saw the red flags on the bull like a rodeo. It could've worked out, but now we'll never know. You ain't gotta go, that's my word, that's for sure. For many days and many nights. Yeah, but it's aight, cause you don't gotta go. Nah, but you ain't staying here. Nope, nope, nope. For many days and many nights. Yeah, but it's aight, cause you don't gotta go. Nah, but you ain't staying here. Hell nah. And you don't gotta go. Nah, nah, fuck that. Oh, how I love you so. Nah, nah, fuck that. I wish you wouldn't go. Nah, nah, fuck that. And I will never know. Nah, nah, fuck that. Said you don't gotta go. Nah, nah, fuck that. Oh, how I love you so. Nah, nah, fuck that. I wish you wouldn't go. Nah, nah, fuck that. And I will never know. Nah, nah, fuck that. Nah, nah, fuck that. Nah, nah, fuck that. Nah, nah.